time to bank some profits and also be careful of entering new trades. So first of all, let's look at the forecast from yesterday. So yesterday we got the break of this pattern and we were anticipating some potential scenarios. So we got a strong break below. We were expecting a retest of this level to continue south, but we also had in mind that if price were to close back inside, then we can continue a short-term bullish trend to take out these highs. Minimum but larger take profits would be the further outer structure of the pattern. The reason we had two scenarios is because number one, we broke with momentum. We've got a continuation of this pattern. We've got a momentum, correction, continuation, right? So I was expecting a pullback. However, when you look into the current psychology, we do have a support here. We've got a strong support level here. And normally what happens after a support break is normally a fake out. Hence why we were expecting two scenarios. So we need to let the market come to us. So let's see what happened. If we now go back to the current time, we can see that price actually rallied with momentum and it's now hit the main take profits. So we do have the spike above this high. This now becomes irrelevant, and so does this and this pattern here. What we can do, however, is update the pattern to something like this. We can update it, or potentially even have some sort of a run-in channel if we have one. And we can see that's now broken up to the upside. So we now have our take profits. We can expect a few things: a continuation to the upside, or more slightly a pullback somewhere to continue long, and then tap this level, which should be in confluence with this double top, most likely just a little bit higher for a stop hunt, and then a continuation. So for now, with DXY, I'm keeping it, I'm going to stay away from DXY. There's nothing really interesting at the moment. We could expect a short-term pullback. Structure is telling us there is some form of compression. We've completed a stop hunt. We need a retest of this channel. Now, where could we get the retest of the channel? We can now start to map out a case study for a potential scenario there, or even further south. So for now, with the DXY, if we can get a pullback, which will be in confluence with some profit taken on a Friday, and then a continuation to the upside. So scenario A and then scenario B. Eventually, once one of them is successful, then we can, take the market to new highs. But first of all, we need to remember that if we need price to approach us in a corrective manner before taking any sort of longs, either a corrective manner or some sort of a double bottom, take out the lows and then go long. So for now, we've got plan A and then plan B. So whichever scenario occurs is the one that we should really be taking. So we've got plan A and plan B. This is DXY, keeping it really simple. It's broken at the highs. I'm bullish on the dollar, but we need a correction. This correction will be today's pullback and profit taking. So next on the list is Euro USD. We should be in confluence with what we could potentially see short term. So I'm expecting some sort of a rally from around this level, which should be in confluence with a stop hunt. Once we do have potentially a third tap of this, maybe even just a little bit lower, we could see price retest this level of supply. So for now, I just tidy this up. This is why it's very important to always update your patterns. So this would be an ideal scenario on Euro USD for today's entry. So something like this, and leave some room for a stop hunt. But most likely this is Euro USD, really straightforward today. We also have this pattern that's in play. We have a head and shoulder. This is called a Quasimodo. So this Quasimodo is a head and shoulder that's taken out the lows, and it hasn't formed a right shoulder yet. So as you can see, once it retests this interesting level, then we could expect price to come back to these highs, take out the left shoulder high, and potentially continue down for a long-term trade. But for now, what I'll be expecting would be something similar to this. If we complete this quasi model and get a retest of this level, and then we could minimum come up to this level here. Okay, let's do that again. This head and shoulders is looking really, really clean as well. There we go. So this is Euro USD. We can also dash in a fib. You know, I want to see a stop hunt of the 61% fib. Yes, we've got a stop hunt of the 61% fib. Now potentially the 71, which is in conjunction with the level I've mapped out. So this is Euro USD, keeping it really, really simple now. So I'm expecting one more stop hunt to take out these lows and then a rally. But let's see what happens. So that's Euro USD. Next on the list is Euro Pound. So Euro Pound, finally we've got the rally. We were expecting a strong rally to the upper end of the structure pattern, which is a high probability trade, and it did occur. Now what's happened is price has reached that level of resistance and we're expecting a pullback. So a few things could happen with Euro Pound. We could expect a pullback to these levels here. However, there's multiple opportunities to get involved. So either a pullback back down to these levels, or preferably even if price were to form some sort of a flag, then I could definitely look to get involved earlier on. If we have this sort of pattern, we should be in confluence, say with, let's say, a clear double bottom there, one low, a second low, I can catch a stop hunt, preferably down there somewhere. So this could also be a scenario for Euro Pound. So there's multiple scenarios. So plan A, there's plan B, plan C, plan D. Whichever one comes first is the one I'll be taking. So finally with Euro Pound, we can see that main pattern playing out, which is what we've been forecasting for a very long time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal lows, a stop hunt of not only them but also this significant swing low, followed by compression to the downside, and what follows next is a high probability that price will now rally up to these levels, most preferably to retest this level and take out these highs. So this is the long-term target for Euro Pound. So for now we need to stay put and follow the trading plan. Once the market comes to you, we take it. This is a long-term position on Euro Pound. Great opportunity right now. So that's Euro Pound. Next and last is cable. So with cable, we were expecting a decline of this, but we wanted it to break with momentum, and it did actually break with momentum. As you can see, we needed these lows to break for further confirmation. So as you can see now, we've got a boomerang in play now. So we've taken out the lows. Within these lows now, price has broken back inside the channel. Chance of price now retesting the outer structure of the pattern. So a few things could happen. With, we can see some wicks now. So a retest of the structure and then a decline to take out these lows more lower, even lower down there. So this is Euro Pound. Also, we go to the 1 hour time frame now. This is looking interesting. We've got some compression, so there is actually a chance of it rallying to the upside. If price were to close above, just be wary of this level of interest. So this is Euro Pound. I'll be looking at a reversal from this structure, and if price does actually go back outside, this will be the level of interest right here. This is euro pound, sorry, euro GBP USD. And let's just see. We can just do it like this. I'm trying to be a bit of a perfectionist. So this is GBP USD. This is a point of interest, a retest of the trend line or a fake out just a little bit above and it closed back inside. And like I've been saying for the last few weeks, depending on how price closes above 1.40 really depends on whether the market is going to continue bullish or bearish. And as you can see, we had a lot of compression. Look, we've got compression to the downside and a breakout, compression to the downside and a breakout. Now we've got compression to the upside. What's likely to happen? A breakout to the downside. That's exactly what happened. We've also taken out these lows and we've closed back inside the channel. So now I'm bearish on GBP USD. This is confirming a stop hunt of traders buying GBP USD at 1.40. So many traders will buy it. Their stop loss will be below this significant swing low. They've now been taken out. So this is a clear confirmation that cable's likely to continue south. So that's GBP USD for today. We'll keep it simple. Let's see what happens next week. Have a great trading week and I'll see you guys on Monday. Take care everybody. Bye bye.